Professional gaming, playing live in front of hundreds of thousands of people is something that I, along with many others, have always dreamed of doing. But what is it that separates us casual gamers from those on stage? Is it some sort of God-given gift that we simply can't attain? Is it being at the right place at the right time? Is it sheer effort? Who knows? But the question that I'm asking you is, do you think it's possible for someone to go from zero experience to a professional Rainbow Six Siege player in less than 6 months? And I'm not just talking about playing Siege casually for 6 months and, hoping to go pro from that. What I mean is, if you did everything correctly, if you trained for 8 hours a day, including aim training, if you researched in your downtime different strategies, you watched as much pro play as you could to try and mimic the best, do you think that you could transform yourself from a casual player to a professional player within 6 months? That's the experiment that I'm putting forward to you guys, and that is what I'm going to attempt to do. So before I go deeper into how I actually plan to attempt this challenge, I figured I should probably introduce myself. So my name is Dara, otherwise known as Pac-Man. I'm an Australian PC gamer. I've been playing PC now for about 3 months. Prior to that, I played COD all growing up, and I've been smashing Fortnite for the last few months. So in terms of my actual experience within Siege, it is very slim. So I've probably got less than 50 hours of gameplay in Siege itself, and that's kind of sporadically spaced out over the last 3 months. I've actually got a couple of clips that I want to show you guys, just so that you can kind of have a better understanding of where I am within the game itself. I think you might find them funny.
Hey, Doctor, Can you reset me? 25 HP. We'll just try.
Mirror's playing server.
Root. I think so.
That's not where you shoot, buddy.
Do you know them call-outs?
No.
I have a fucking clue. Like, yep, 2 in piano room. Yep, 1 by pool table, hiding in aquarium. I'm like, fucking what, cunt? Like... So as you can see, I'm not exactly a professional Siege player, between shooting my teammate in the head when he's asked me to reset him and just having simply no map awareness whatsoever. So within Siege itself, I am currently level 50. I am sitting in Gold 2. I've been kind of bouncing between Gold 1 and Gold 2 over the last few days. The reason for my high placement with this little map knowledge, etc., is one of my good friends from real life actually showed me a few things over the last few days. He's a pretty good player himself, so he was able to win some matches with me during the placements. So yeah. With saying that, I do have quite a lot of competitive Call of Duty experience. I played a lot of Search and Destroy growing up, so I do have an understanding of where I'm relatively supposed to be, and kind of how I'm supposed to act in certain situations. I do have a bit of knowledge in that, although obviously not all of those skills transfer across to Siege, and it's also been quite a while since I've played at a high level of Call of Duty. So now that I've got my introduction out of the way, I'm going to lay down some parameters as to what it actually is to be pro. Like, I play in the APAC region, so Australia. So what pro standard of Siege is over here, and how I'm actually going to get there. So what sort of training that I intend on doing to progress myself to that point. So the idea of going pro in under 6 months is cool, right? But what am I actually going to do to try and get myself there? So this is going to change most likely throughout the months as I see fit, as I notice different things that I probably do need to improve on, and more specific things within my game. But basically, I've it laid down like this. I'm going to be spending 1 hour each day aim training, so that's split between 30 minutes of aim booster and then 30 minutes of terrorist hunt. So aim booster is just a little game on Steam that allows you to kind of just work on that, like Twitch reaction and different types of things like that. I haven't actually used it yet, but I plan on purchasing it tomorrow. So 30 minutes on that, then another 30 minutes on terrorist hunt. A lot of pros, it's just from what I've read, a lot of pros say they still practice on it to this day. It gets used to the character models and looking for that headshot. So I'm going to be spending 30 minutes playing terrorist hunt. So that's just to kind of get my actual mechanical skill in terms of aiming up to the standard that I need it to be at. So yeah, that's kind of a no-brainer. So then I will also be playing for at least 7 hours each day, 7 hours minimum. So within the first month, I've kind of got it in my head that I'm going to split it out into phases. So for phase 1, it's mainly going to be ranked play, so just playing a lot of in-game ranked, playing in Cybergamer Open League, which is open to anyone to play. It's kind of a lower standard of competitive. It's still going to be competitive, still probably a higher standard than ranked, but we're going to form a little scratch team for that, so play around in that. But really month 1 and phase 1, it's all going to be about me just trying to learn the game itself and start to kind of understand the nuances to it, start to get some kind of game sense and things like that, your real basic levels of it. Down the line, as I say, phase 2, that's when it's going to be, my gameplay will most likely transition to mainly scrims, so hopefully that will be within month 2 and 3. Somewhere around then, and maybe a little bit later on, a little bit before, I'm not entirely sure, but mainly scrims. So scrimmages are like practice games between 2 teams, for anyone that doesn't know, just to fill you in. And then, phase 3 months, most likely months 5 and 6, I'm going to be really spending just constantly playing tournament gameplay, against scrims, hopefully scrimming against high-level competition. I'm really trying to push myself to either the team that I'm currently playing in to progress into the Rainbow Six Pro League, or to potentially be picked up by a current team within there as a little roster swap or something similar. On top of this, I also plan to spend at least 1 hour per day actually studying Siege. So again, to kind of align with those phases that I mentioned prior, for the first month, I'm really going to be looking into map knowledge, kind of like little peak spots, different videos in relation to common spots that people hide, etc., and also kind of like operator advice and just general kind of tips that most people will commonly watch. So then for phase 2 and phase 3, potentially swap that out to just more studying the actual pro leagues and what the pro players are actually doing specifically in terms of strategy and everything similar, to try and be the biggest asset that I can be for whatever team I'll be playing on at that point. So I know a lot of you guys are probably sitting there thinking, this is crazy, this guy's out of his mind, it's not going to work, no one can do that, it's too short a period of time. But I think I can, to be honest. I think anyone can. If anyone puts enough time and effort into something, I think they can receive the outcome that they want. And regardless of whether or not I make it, I think it'd be cool for you guys to see just what it would take. This is me literally putting my life on hold and putting everything into this game just to see if it is possible for someone at a casual standard to actually progress through the ranks and become a professional gamer. So for anyone that's ever been interested in that sort of a career, just what it takes, and I just think it's gonna be really fun. So within Australia, to me, this may change over time, but from all my research, the 3 kind of qualifiers for me to be a pro standard of player would lay between, for one, the least important being a diamond rank. Within the rank system, I think that's kind of a no-brainer. I think all pro standard players should be in diamond. That's kind of what you'd expect, and it's almost more so just like a little practice mode. So hopefully I'll be able to get to diamond within the 6 months. Secondly, is I want to be playing in silver division for Cybergamer. So that's one of the websites that's commonly used for competition in Australia. It seems to be the highest standard of league play that there is. And then most importantly, the real crux of the journey will be actually playing in the Rainbow Six Pro League APAC region. So I think there's 8 teams and there's qualifiers and a few things like that. So that's the end goal, to be able to play in that league and play and kind of hang out in that league, not just be absolutely squished. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is how you can actually view this series. So I'm going to be posting to my YouTube on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, different episodes per se, so gameplays, highlights, maybe tournaments, stuff like that, recaps as well to keep you guys informed as to what's going on. So if you want to view it in that form, you can. I'll also be posting clips every single day to my Instagram. Just like little, nice little shots that I hit or funny moments and stuff. I post out every day on Instagram. And then lastly, I will be Twitch streaming every single day. So I stream for at least 7 hours a day, varying times kind of, but for the most part, I stream from 3 o'clock until 10 o'clock Australian Western Standard Time. So yeah, if you want to watch the raw footage and actually watch me train daily, yeah, you can catch it all there. I'm very talkative in stream, so if you guys have any questions, or to be honest, if you guys consider yourself good players, you can give me some advice, show me where I'm going wrong, where I can improve. I'd love to have that interaction with you. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited to see the results come 6 months, and hopefully I can paint a clear picture for you guys as to just what it means to be a pro, and how hard it actually is to get there. So I'm going to be starting this challenge as of the 27th of August when this video goes live. So that means by the 27th of February 2019, I will have to have met all of the criteria that I mentioned before to deem it a success. So yeah, if you guys want to keep up with the journey and track the progress, be sure to click subscribe. I don't really know how YouTube works per se, but I know everyone always says smash the like button, so go ahead and smash the like button if you're feeling it. But yeah, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitch, like I said before, for the highlights and the raw footage. It's gonna be good, guys. So I hope you have a really good day, and I'll see you Wednesday for episode 2. Peace.